Hey Derek, welcome to Gale Force Winds. Always great to see you and always great to find out what you're involved in. Why don't you tell us a little bit about MARITECH 2024?
Yes, good morning, and thrilled to be here, Alan. It's always a privilege to talk about MARITECH and of course CIMarE. We're all volunteers and really trying to help this conference along. MARITECH's been around for a number of years, and it's hosted by the CIMarE group. We're also in partnership with SNAME, which has been a really good and positive relationship over the last couple of years. Obviously, this year we're going to be hosted in Newfoundland, and being a Newfoundlander, I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to go back to my sort of hometown and sort of catch up with everybody. So yeah, so thrilled with that, and that's hosted on the 14th to the 16th of May.
In the St. John's Convention Center, right there in St. John's, Derek. Tell
Yep.
me about now. You've got technical presentations. How many of those are lined up so far?
Well, our theme this year is navigating sustainable marine transportation. And from a technical perspective, the conference sort of has its own niche area where we're very strong on the technical side of things. This year, we've expanded from the typical 14 papers to 24. So we've got split sessions and those types of things. So a wonderful couple of days on the 15th, 16th of May to do 24 technical papers with excellent speakers. So, and a very diverse subjects related to our theme.
You know, Derek, one thing about Maritech that I've always loved are those big panel discussions. How many of those this year?
Well, we're thrilled this year. We typically do three panels. We typically do the owner operator, we do the technology suppliers, and the regulators. This year, we're adding a fourth panel, and it'll actually be on the Tuesday, the 14th in the afternoon. But it's on diversity and belonging. You know, from a marine sector, CIMarE, we really feel it's important to promote the ideas and, of course, get a engaging audience to participate.
You guys are always on the cutting edge of this stuff. There's no doubt about it. Talk about some of the keynotes that are coming this year.
Well, we've got a couple of keynotes, and we've got Jason Aspen coming in as the initial keynote. We've got a couple of folks that we've reached out to for the closing keynote, and they're always bring excellent ideas, tie in with the theme, and their companies are very prominent, typically in the marine sector and that. So that's been great, and we're always engaging and drawing people in, and they're very interested to present, which is really good.
And you guys always have a keen way to get a ship alongside. What ship's going to be in there this time of year?
Well, we're very fortunate. Coast Guard over the years have been very supportive, and they're going to send another vessel this year. One of the exceptions this year, we're looking into it, but may get an ocean tug. Not quite sure yet, but we're hoping, and hopefully in the future we'll get a Royal Canadian Navy vessel alongside as fleet schedules allow that. But the Coast Guard vessel is important because it allows our students on the Thursday to go pay a visit, as well as our attendees to visit the vessel, in accordance with our program schedule and that. So we're very pleased to have the support of the Coast Guard as we move along.
Hey, Derek, staying on that student theme for a second here, one thing about Ameritech, it really does engage that next generation of mariner. Tell me about the student plan this year.
Well, thanks for asking, because students are our future. Some of us who are a little more gray-haired and that need to pass on the torch and that to others and that. And the student program started with CIMarE a couple of years ago in Great Lakes, and the team there did a great job, as well as Vancouver. And so the way we're setting up again this year, we're hoping about 80 or so students come in. They typically come in on the Thursday, and we have a full program for them where they do some intro discussions, and then they do a bit of a speed dating with companies that are purposely selected to talk about their company and give away some swag and also consideration for recruiting side of things. The students will have a lunch, and then they'll get a ship's tour. And so that's as a package deal. And of course, they head off home after that. But we're encouraged because we've had engagement from MUN as well as CMCF. We've been involved from CIMarE for the last couple of years with that organization, from a recruiting organization, and they're very helpful and having that liaison to local school counselors and those types of things.
Yeah, Derek, that's fantastic. What an incredible offering to that next generation. I don't know about the
Yeah.
gray hair. It looks more like Arctic sea smoke to me from my angle, Derek.
Arctic blonde, thank you.
Yeah. Now, no Maritech would be complete without a couple of good social engagements. Talk to me a little bit about how Newfoundland's going to step up this time.
Well, the beauty about CIMarE is we have 7 branches and each host. So this year, obviously, Newfoundland's hosting, and being a Newfoundlander, and the local brand of Newfoundlanders and who we are from a hospitality perspective, we've got an opening reception, and so that's always fun on a Tuesday night. The Wednesday night is sort of down in George Street. They got fish and chips at the hotel first, and then some games and activities downtown. That's being professionally organized. And then, of course, by exception this year, we've got a kitchen party hosted by Medicine on the Thursday night, which is we're all thrilled and looking forward to that side of it. So overall, opportunities for exhibitors, attendees, sponsors to get engaged, to network, and that's the key thing about certainly the marine sector. I've always enjoyed the camaraderie and catching up with old friends, as well as professionally exchanging ideas and business cards, all those types of things.
There might be an ugly stick or two to be found, and for people that don't know what what that is, they can look that up. But so staying on the last point there with you, Derek, what are the opportunities now? Is there still sponsorship opportunities, and is there still room for people to get in there and exhibit?
So yes, from a sponsorship perspective, we're happy to take any sponsor. There's different various packages, from large amounts to small, to contribute towards the conference. All the monies that are made from the conference are shared for scholarships and that for students, and to advance CIMarE plus SNAME. So that's an important part of it. As well, the exhibitor side, we're thrilled this morning. Just got the latest number. We're 72 booths booked out of the 90, which we're hoping to get sold out. So if folks would like to step up, it's pretty key because we've got a diverse community of exhibitors and folks internationally joining us. So we've really built the brand from a CIMarE, MARITECH perspective over the last number of years. And I think we're at that point now where we've got steady state, we found our niche in life, and we offer a fantastic package for the cost. If you've ever done overseas conferences, 3 times, 4 times the cost, right, for what we offer. So bang for buck, you got to be there.
Derek, listen, thanks very much for telling us all about that. So that's Maritech, May 14th to the 16th at the St. John's Convention Center. I tell you, that's a wonderful facility in a wonderful historic city. You'd be crazy not to attend this event.
Thanks very much.